PowerPoint's a great way to help you articulate a message or tell a story to a group of people. And the visual aspect of PowerPoint, being able to bring in pictures and shapes to help demonstrate something or an idea you have, is very powerful. But it can also be equally as distracting. And as somebody who really loves well-formatted presentations, when I see certain shapes that dimensionally aren't equal, it sometimes becomes quite frustrating. Now, you can build good-looking shapes and slides and have all those things done. You can typically drop those shapes on there very, very quickly and then change the sides and look at the guides and all those different things. But there is a way you can do it even faster, and it involves using the Shift key on your keyboard. By holding the Shift key, it will maintain both the height and the actual width of the object you're actually working with. So I want to show you how I do that here. Okay, so here we are inside PowerPoint, a blank canvas for all of our ideas. Now, we know you can easily go ahead and click on Insert to bring in any particular shape you want. So if I want a box, that's easy enough to go ahead and actually do. If I want maybe a circle, easy enough to go ahead and actually do. A star, same thing again. But what happens as we're doing this, we're just dragging it on. It's not necessarily maintaining a proper shape. I mean, my circle is more of an ellipse than an actual circle itself. So we can go back to this and click on the shape and then look at the dimensions at the ribbon here. I could do the same thing with the circle, and I could look at it and say, okay, well, I actually want that to be 1 by 1, and I get a nice clean circle. But we can skip this process very, very quickly by utilizing the Shift key when we drag these shapes out. So if I go here and choose a shape and then choose circle again and hold down Shift as I drag, you can see the actual X and Y being maintained. It doesn't matter which way I go, it will be in that circular motion. If I do the same thing for a star, perhaps, and click and start to drag this on by holding Shift, you'll see the dimensions are being maintained. As soon as I let go, it gives me that flexibility to go left and right, up and down, and lose that. But as soon as I click Shift, it locks it back in. So this is a really easy way to make sure that when your shapes are going on, they're maintaining their height and their width dimensions. What is interesting as well, if I add a secondary point to this, is once I have a shape in that dimension, let's actually put this here. And let's say I want it as a rectangle. But as I start to make it larger, I want it to maintain that ratio. My Shift key still works. I can hold down Shift, and then as you see, I drag it in and out. It maintains the height and width ratio. Same thing here for a circle. Once I've actually designed it like this, and I hold down Shift and resize, it's actually maintained. So when you're creating a shape for the first time, hold down Shift, you'll maintain a 1-to-1 ratio. Once you've designed the shape in what you want, you can resize holding Shift and it will still maintain the same ratio you need. With that approach, hopefully what you'll be able to do is maintain a nice sort of format and consistency for the shapes that you actually use on your PowerPoint slides. Remember, Shift key helps you to lock that aspect ratio and helps you design great slides. Now, before I do go, there is one thing I actually noticed as well. The Shift key in Mac also helps you maintain the aspect ratio of the windows you're working on your screen. So if I were to resize my window as I do on any OS, I can drag it along and it will just drag in a direction that I want it to shape into. But if I hold down the Shift key and resize the window, it will also lock its ratio. So that's actually a little interesting tip from a Mac OS perspective as well. This doesn't actually happen in Windows, just seems to happen on Mac. So with that, thanks so much for joining. Good luck with your presentations.